go. Okay. Alright, so we are going to talk about our impressions of the game, and I'm going to have Ace give us his little quick opinions on it, and then we will go in order from everybody and make it a group discussion after that.
All
so,
right,
Mr. Ace, how do you feel about the game so far?
Well, at its current state, it does have its potential to be up there with the some of the other heavy fighters, but it does have some issues that I have some gripe about. But hitboxes, for instance, for some characters are way too wide. It just doesn't make any sense, you know. Yeah, they're inconsistent.
Yeah.
On many matches, I find myself getting hit by attacks that are like, well, they're nowhere near my character's position, especially if I get attacked from the back.
Yeah, I noticed that also yesterday playing some games.
Yeah. One of the characters I have an issue with is Garnet. Sometimes when she does her punch, you can be right behind her, and somehow it sends you flying forward when the hitbox is nowhere near you.
Yeah.
Another one with Finn.
He's overpowered?
Well, I won't say overpowered, but his hitboxes definitely need some tweaking too. It has too much range for his sword most times, especially in midair. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I appreciate
some positives that you would give.
Positives. This game definitely has impressed me for the first week that I played the pre-alpha. Well, the alpha when it came out, but when you compare it to other fighters like Smash or Brawlhalla or Rivals of Aether, this game, it definitely combines a bit of everything into one. The inclusion of multiple jumps with the restrictions of, well, the removal of grabs and parries or shielding is definitely something unique that the other ones don't have.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, where it focuses on dodging more.
Yeah, this one's, I guess you compare it to Brawlhalla, because Brawlhalla has something similar, but that one's strictly based on weapons per character. This one, it just gets rid of that and just implements just. It's more of a rushdown game compared to the other one.
All right. So, do you think that it's worthy?
Yeah, it's definitely worthy. It's a contender.
You see some potential.
Yeah. I think if the developers listen to the community, this game can definitely be it can be a competitor to some other ones, especially with its free-to-play model that it's going for.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Painkiller, what do you think of the game?
Well, so far I can say this game can be one of the best ones, just like Mr. Ace said here. I love the fast-paced gameplay. It has like this feel of a really good, it's very similar to it's Smash Brothers. It has that type of gameplay, but in other words, like it's its own unique style of stylish fighting and characters. I like the transitions of how you can mix all the different combos. And in some ways, if you haven't played Smash Brothers, I would say this is a better entry into the genre when it comes to these type of games. if you're not very technical in a way, you can just pick up this game and play. And then yes, there are technical type moves for characters.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It seems very friendly and open to people who aren't very good at these kind of games too.
Yeah, and each character has its own unique fighting style, and of course it ranks characters from easy to medium to hard. And each one has their own unique way of playing, and you can pick your character and just pick it up and go. And even if you don't know what the controls are, I mean, it's fairly simple when it comes to certain things like Ace was saying. Brawlhalla, for instance, they has their own. When you just push up, right, down, left, 2 buttons for the power for the regular attacks and the special attacks. And I don't know. I love it so far because the fact of being able to have all your favorite genres in the Warner Brothers universe at hand, especially DC and some of the Cartoon Network characters, even in what was it? One character. They even have from Game of Thrones. They've been going from that far. I mean, I need to start watching more of that show, but I can tell from if they're taking from that roster that they're trying to get a wider audience. All the different characters. Yeah, I love it. So it's very unique in the aspect of how each character plays. They all interact very well with each other. They actually talk to each other, and they say, "Oh, such and such." Like even if they're not in that same universe, they're like, "Oh, hey, Bugs Bunny." Or the Batman will talk to all the characters as well. I love it.
Yeah, there's very interesting banter between the characters. Would you have any issues or any constructive criticisms that you would point out?
I mean, like I was telling George before we started this review of the game. Basically, I wish they would put more players. Like if they would make the maps bigger, it could be similar to Brawlhalla.
I will fight for those who
and
cannot
you can have
fight
more
for
players
themselves.
going at it, make more elements of like maybe more environmental type stuff. Like if I know each game has their own unique way of playing. Like you have power-ups and you have different things you can use. But I wish the characters, as they may talk to each other, I wish they can interact with each other. Like say if there was a team-based one, like yes, it is team fighting, but I wish they would have like more team-based moves. Like if you get close to a certain character, you can like tag team together and do like a power move or something. Would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems they have like a very few amount of that.
Yeah.
With
no, I mean I know Tom and Jerry
like, hopping in the Iron Giant, for example. Like you.
Yeah, that was like that. There you go. Like for that instance, that's perfect. Like I wish they would have more of that. Like Tom and Jerry, I know they're just a separate character. They're a tag team together, but just to be able to like for what's your favorite character, George? What's that dog character's name?
Rain Dog.
The Rain Dog.
Yeah, Rain Dog. He just told me when he goes into a ball form, you can pick up like it's a pickable item. I didn't even know that. You can pick them up and throw it to people to do damage.
I didn't know that either, and we were just playing.
I didn't know that either. You just yeah. So I was like, just like simple interactions like that makes the game more dynamic and more interesting.
So you would want more of that.
Yeah, I want more. I want more team. Like if it's a team game, I want the characters to all somehow have a team element, even if they're not in the same unit. If they're not a DC character or they're a Looney Tunes character, or like Iron Giant. I mean, or they do it somewhat with LeBron James. He can throw his basketball and you can pick it up, or like Shaggy, you can pick up his sandwich or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like for instance, like for DC, to the Justice League, like you would think Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman would all have like a certain move they can do together. If you team up with certain characters within the same universe, like Jack and Finn, like those two, like if those two are fighting together, they're from the same universe. They should have their own interactive qualities to them. Or, yeah, like they should have like a power that you can somehow, once you get your power up, or to a certain extent, you can push a certain combo, and if you do it in such a way, they'll both like tag team and then do a super move or something.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah, that would be really
interesting. That's an interesting aspect that I didn't think of. Well, so how I feel about the game, I'm actually pretty surprised, because when it first got announced, I was like, okay, yeah, that looks cool, like, whatever, but after actually playing it for a good bit, it did surprise me with how fun it is, and I suck at Smash generally, so usually I don't like these games because I'm not very good at it and I'm very competitive. So, but I've noticed I'm actually able to grasp it pretty well.
Blue team.
That element of simplicity is there where anyone can really pick it up and play, but there's also a lot more beneath the surface and advanced techniques that somebody who really would want to get very good at the game can mess around with and work on, and have all these special tactics to just make them even better than the average player. And it's, you know, the possibilities are so endless with the characters that you could have, which makes it really interesting also, because, you know, with Smash you have a very diverse roster of characters, and in this particular universe it just seems like that diversity is even more crazier with what you could do, and just seeing the characters that they plan on releasing in the future, and I hope that they, you know, keep it going even after that. I'd like to see a bunch of characters that you could have, and just for it being free to play is great too in that respect, because, you know, you don't have to spend any money on it.
Character.
But, you know, I definitely, with some negatives, the hitbox thing is definitely there, because I even noticed it yesterday, so, you know, there's a little wonkiness to it, but I'm sure that could just be fixed, and they already said that they're going to patch it up and fix it, so I think if they could fine-tune it and listen to people's criticisms on it and just make the game better, I think that will really make this one shine above. And I would like if they made the skins a little bit cheaper. I think they're a little pricey. Like, I don't mind supporting free-to-play games and buying microtransactions, but for what the options we have so far, it's a little limited. There's not really a lot of skins you could get yet, which I'm sure they'll add more, or at least I hope they add more. But I would like if they kind of made things a little cheaper on that end, because I would, you know, happily kick the game $5 or $10 if I see a skin that I like for a character that I play. It just seems like if you like a lot of characters and want a lot of skins, it's gonna get very pricey for you, and there's really no way to unlock skins and stuff without paying any money at all. So I'd like to see a way to unlock stuff without paying money, also to unlock stuff with paying money, and to maybe bring down the price just a little bit, and I think it would be more fair and logical for people to pay with that. But the overall gameplay is pretty smooth. I saw an interesting video today about somebody talking about the game, which they had some interesting opinions of, which I was surprised. I didn't really play much of the 1v1 mode, but they were kind of shitting on the 1v1 mode and saying, you know, the 2v2 mode is where it really shines, because when you get into the 1v1 mode, the game gets very floaty and just very weird. And watching gameplay of it in his video, I kind of noticed and saw that. So the game modes is another thing I'd like them to enhance upon. They really need to have a spectator game mode to play with your friends, so you could have multiple people play 1v1 matches like in Smash. And if they could put XP enabled on it somehow without people abusing it, would also be good. And I'm curious to see what they do with the ranked mode, because I would hope that they would put team damage on or something like that with the
Yeah,
ranked
that's something
mode.
I definitely agree on.
Yeah, and you know, just have some more enhanced game modes, which I'm sure they will add. With what we got so far, it's not too much, but I'm sure as it goes along, it will, you know, it will enhance it and have better, you know, more game modes. And they're already talking about adding the arcade thing, which they haven't put the details of what it will be exactly, but I'm curious to see what the arcade mode, game mode will be about. And I mean, overall, I'm pretty damn impressed though, and it is fun. I would prefer playing this over Smash, just because I don't usually play my Switch much, and I feel like I'm better at this game than Smash, so that's always good. And yeah. And now we can open it up to a little group discussion and anything. What you were saying, Phil, was very interesting because I didn't think about the team attack aspect of it, and I would say that would be cool if they added more of that to the game also, and that would really make it unique. So that was a very interesting take that you had that I didn't even really think about.
No, I apologize. Repeat that again.
What?
I stepped away for a second.
That's all right. I said the team attack thing that you brought up, I didn't think about that, and that was a very interesting opinion you had, because I think they should add more of that also, because it would make the game more unique.
Because it would make it stand out more too, and from other games like Smash and
yeah,
and Valhalla.
I didn't even think
I know
about
a lot
that.
of these games are clones. I mean, because they have a little bit of those elements, but not really as much. Where like I said, Finn and Jack can easily be or any of the DC characters can come together. Like if they ever bring Joker and Harley Quinn could do a little tag team move together.
Yeah, that would be.
Superman and Batman. I mean, anything.
That would
If they
make
bring
good
Scooby-Doo in,
strategic-
they could do Shaggy and Scooby. I mean, it's easy.
Yeah, the only real thing the game seems to have that's like unique to it only is like the perk system and
Yeah, I like that too.
which is good. I haven't dwelled into like the really advanced perk thing yet, but that and the fact that you can't grab or shield, that's those are the only real things that make it unique. So if they found ways to add more unique components to it, like that team attack thing, I think that would be pretty cool. What do you think, Ace? How do you feel about the team attacks?
For ranked, at the very least, I think it's necessary. Otherwise, you just have people spamming attacks through each other. You know, some combinations can be
team
really unfair. Yeah.
Well, remember that now, if they do it properly, you'd have to get your super up. You can't just spam it. It has to be like an ultimate. It has to be a cooldown. You get the ultimate bar up, and if you both have it up at the same time and you get in the right position, then you should be able to execute it. It can't just be like, oh, push those two buttons. You can do it anytime you want. Is this a new map?
Well, they have.
Oh shit! This is the Rick and Morty map. What? Sorry. I just got excited. My bad. But it's just. I was happy to see this.
That. What was I saying? Shit. Well, they have a system in the game where if you spam attacks, the attacks get weaker and weaker, right? In this game.
Yeah. The attack percentage for the attacks decays over time.
Yeah, which is a good thing to have. They should, but it's definitely, if they had the team damage thing in ranked, it will really change up the game a lot and make it less of a chaotic spam fest and really. And I'd also like to see them do something with the stock game mode itself, where maybe you have your own stock and your teammate has his own stock. So if your teammate dies 4 times and you don't die at all, and then you end up losing, it's kind of like, oh, that's pretty lame.
Yeah.
So having like your own stock level would be good, even if that means you'd end up 2v1ing, if your partner dies. But then if you add the team damage to it as well along with that, it would make it fair to do a 2v1 part in the end of the game to balance, that out. But yeah, so overall, you guys give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. What would you?
I'm loving it.
Some final.
This game's really good.
Especially this Rick and Morty map they just put in the game.
Yeah, I haven't
This is
gotten
so
to see
cool.
it yet, actually.
I got really excited just now when I saw this map.
Me personally, coming from a history of playing a lot of Smash Brothers when growing up, this game is definitely a breath of fresh air. So
Yeah,
it's
that
different.
Nickelodeon game was not that good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like it. The video I watched, the guy actually kind of liked the Nickelodeon one more, but I don't know. I don't really play much of the Nickelodeon one though. Anyway, it really just couldn't grasp me and keep me interested in it like this game has. So
I just throw you in the air.
But okay, that was
That
good.
was awesome.
I like that. All right, if you were rated out of 10, let's do one of those.
I know this game is still in an open beta. I know this game is still open beta, but this game for what it is so far, it's definitely. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh wow, okay.
This game is near its. I won't say perfection, but just a few more tweaks, and this game can definitely win my favorite for the year. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about you, Mr. Painkiller?
Prepare yourself.
To be honest, I put it slightly lower. I give it 8.5 because some of the characters that they chose at the very beginning, maybe it's because it's the alpha or the beta, whatever. Well, technically the beta, right? This is the beta.
Yeah. And we're
basically for
going
the beta,
off of the beta.
I feel like this is almost close to the full game. I feel like they could have had a wider, roster when it comes to what characters you can play. Yeah, I don't know what their licensing issues are for character. But if they could have added a little bit more variety, or at least had certain tears, I feel like they could have had a better chance from launch.
Okay.
Unless they're waiting, unless there is a lot of characters coming and they want it to be a surprise. Then
Well,
I can see
they
when
already.
the full game comes
I don't
out.
know if you saw the list, but they already put out a big list of a bunch of characters that they plan on adding. It's a big list.
That's already confirmed.
Yeah. I think they said about the list was like over 15 characters that they confirmed. I think, right? Abe?
That's gonna be adding right off the bat.
There was a good amount of them that were confirmed. Some were leaked or data mined, but the list it's pretty big.
Yeah.
I have to look this up because I've been slacking on the research, but just if they
They
would have
could have added some more, just a bit more.
Like, I feel like some of the characters that I don't know if they were able just to acquire them easier because of licensing, but I know maybe DC is a little bit harder because you have to really go for those companies who say I want this, and I know they want a certain amount of profit for the character, and then depending on how well the game does, they want that end game, profit to it, and they want however it works out when it comes to compromising the licensing issues. I mean, if this is a strictly Warner Brothers game, like they say it is, it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, I would imagine the licensing. All right, I would give it an 8. I think I'd say, mainly because I do agree with the roster. I mean, because like when the game comes out, they said just the Rick and Morty is just coming out, so it makes me wonder like how long is it gonna take to get new characters? Because where the roster's at right now, it's not too. It's good enough. Like I already have 3 characters that I really like, and then but I would hope that as they go along, the characters that they add will come much. Like it hopefully doesn't take too long, and keep going. And I would say if they tweak it, and when the game does come out and they put out that patch and do what they do, then the game could be bumped up to much higher than that.
I mean, assuming that the passes assuming that the passes will last much longer than the 15 tiers that they have out right now. The price of the pass could go up as well. I just hope that if the pass is going to be long enough, periodically they could include characters within the season itself, like every couple of weeks. Assuming every pass is going to last at least maybe 2 months. Well, a month and a half, or
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if they're putting out a character every month and a half or 2 months, that's like too long. It would be better if they like put out a character the beginning of the season, then maybe did one 2 or 3 weeks in, and then did another one another week or two in, and then maybe had one towards the end, or do one right at the beginning of the next one, or whatever they kind of plan on doing.
If they do it like Brawlhalla in a sense, then they could bring out characters. They do characters often, but you played it more,
Yeah,
George.
Brawlhalla does.
Brawlhalla,
Yeah.
do they bring in a character every season, or they do it every
No,
couple
I
weeks,
remember
or-
Brawlhalla. It's more like every month. Yeah, about every month or so they include a new character.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Basically, if they were to do it one a month, that's 12 characters a year. I mean,
I hope they include some way of gaining in-game currency as well through the pass. At least some added bonus in there through the pass.
Yeah, I don't want just like 1 or 2. Like, I understand with this battle pass, you know, it's only 15 levels and it's not supposed to be that long. I would want the battle pass to have a lot of value to it with stuff that you can get with character skins and cool, like, other things, you know, emotes and whatever the heck else they got going on. I'm not really sure because I haven't looked too much into that kind of stuff. But, you know, because there's only, what, like 2 skins in this battle pass? Like, if they had a big battle pass and they only had, like, 3 skins in it, that would be kind of, you know, kind of lame.
Yeah.
but normally what most games do is it's a themed pass per season. Normally they focus on a specific character or multiple characters. For the majority of the time, it's a specific character, and they give you the ultimate skin at the end.
Yeah, I don't know if I think I'd rather just have them not really have a team and just have stuff for mostly every character that's really cool and interesting to the IP.
No more taking it easy on the scruffy guy.
Okay. Well, that would be where I'll end this.